To keep their bodies from decaying, the monks sealed themselves in underground tombs. They stopped eating and drinking. They slowly starved to death to turn their bodies into mummies. But their devotion turned the mountain into a maze with no exit. One day, two tourists wandered into the mountain. They only wanted a short trip, but they got lost. And the whole trip started because Sayoko didn't want to go to school. When they reached a Buddha statue, the air suddenly felt heavy. Just then, a line of monks walked past them. The girls wanted to ask for directions, but the monks' cold stares scared them into silence. Not wanting to spend the night in the mountains, they kept searching for a way out. Soon, they saw someone meditating under a waterfall. Other monks sat quietly on the edge of a cliff. Before long, a senior monk noticed them. He explained this was a hidden spiritual sanctuary. Very few people could enter or leave easily. Night was coming. Going down the mountain now would be dangerous. So he invited them to stay at the temple. Nariko asked what sect this place belonged to. The monk said it was called Fumio. The sect had over 1 million followers. People came here to train their minds. He even invited them to try meditation for a few days. Nariko refused immediately, but Sayoko felt curious. She always cared too much about other people's opinions. She had never found her true self. Maybe this place could change that. That night, they met their roommate Kuramoto. He claimed he had social anxiety. That was why he came here to recover. But the truth was different. He was searching for his older brother. 5 years ago, his brother came to train in this mountain. Since then, no one had heard from him. Early the next morning, Sayoko overheard several young monks talking. They mentioned the 100-person meditation ritual. It happened once every 3 years. Kuramoto's face turned pale instantly. The ritual meant placing people in wooden coffins. Then they were buried underground. They would stop eating and drinking until their bodies became mummies. This practice was called becoming a Buddha in the flesh. No normal person would join such a ritual. Kuramoto feared his brother might be involved. So the three of them decided to secretly follow the monks. They returned to the Buddha statue. But the monks had vanished. After searching carefully, they found a hidden door behind the statue. Behind it was a cold underground tunnel. The deeper they walked, the stranger it felt. Soon, they saw rows of dried corpses. Every one of them was a monk. Some bodies had already crumbled with age. Nariko grew scared. She wanted to leave. But Kuramoto insisted on finding his brother. They continued deeper. The tunnels became more and more complex. The place looked like a giant maze. Mummified monks were everywhere. Finally, Kuramoto found his brother, but he was already a dried corpse. Kuramoto collapsed to his knees. He asked to stay with his brother for a moment. So the girls went back first. Sayoko and Nariko followed the path back. But after a long walk, they still couldn't find the exit. That's when they realized the entire mountain might be hollow. Underneath was nothing but a maze. The suffocating atmosphere began to break Sayoko. She felt the corpses were staring at her. Those empty eye sockets seemed to watch her move. Nariko said it was only her imagination. But then both girls looked up. In the darkness above them, something was slowly moving.